Alright, everybody, so Christmas is officially over, and if you're looking at the title and you're thinking, wait, birthday and Christmas haul, is your birthday on Christmas or something? No, my birthday was actually around Thanksgiving. It was like a couple days after, but the reason I didn't do a birthday haul is because the day I was going to film it, I had to go to the emergency room. So, and I spent, a week in the hospital. Then by the time I got back, I'm like, well, it's close enough to Christmas that, there's no point in doing a haul video and then just having to do another one, 2 weeks later. I'll just combine them. So that's why it's not that my birthday is on Christmas or close to Christmas, it's just that that's the way life worked out, is that by the time I was recovered and everything and feeling well to making videos, it was close enough to Christmas anyway that I figured, I'll just combine them. So here we go. I'm going to start with what I got for my birthday. So actually the first present I received was a couple of days early in the mail, and it was mailed to me from my sister, and it is this shirt that I've actually worn in a couple of videos already. It is this Invader Zim shirt. I love Invader Zim. I don't care that it hasn't made any new episodes in 20 years. Or I don't care that it hasn't made any new episodes in 15 years. I still really like the show, even if it is a 20-year-old show that has no new episodes. And then my grandpa actually got me a couple more t-shirts for my birthday. This Cat Noir shirt. I love Miraculous Ladybug, so it's awesome that I have this shirt since there's not a lot of merch for it in the US. And then I also have this really awesome MCU t-shirt that came out around the time Infinity War was coming out and Marvel was celebrating Marvel Studios was celebrating their 10th anniversary, and it is this shirt, More Than a Fan, right? And then on the back, it's every MCU movie up to Spider-Man Far From Home plus the dates they came out. So this is an awesome, awesome shirt. I was a huge MCU fan. And then more things that my grandpa got me is Miraculous Ladybug Rise of the Phoenix for the Switch. I've played a little bit of it so far, and I hate to say this, I'm stuck on the first level. This is a game aimed at, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, and I can't get past the first level because it's just that difficult. Maybe I'm just bad at video games. Maybe between this one and, Kingdom Hearts, which I get stuck on a lot, I thought maybe the game's just hard, or maybe I'm just bad at games. Unless it's Street Fighter or something, which doesn't require a lot of thought, it's just button mashing. And then I got a couple of Blu-rays for my birthday as well. I got Jurassic World Dominion. I got Good Burger. And, when I was doing the videos for November, this was one of the ones that I hadn't seen. And then when I watched it on Hulu or Paramount Plus or wherever it was streaming, I thought, this movie's really funny. I'm going to ask for this for my birthday because it's, coming in a couple weeks. So I got Good Burger, super funny movie. And then the other Nickelodeon movie I hadn't seen that I ended up really liking, even if it is a little bit dated by today's standards, Clock Stoppers. And then the other Blu-ray I got was Minions: The Rise of Gru. And I also have Season 1 of Halo on Blu-ray as well. And it came with these really awesome cards. You get these really awesome collectible cards. These are awesome. These are the best. These are really cool. It's a very, very nice Blu-ray set. Moving on with my grandpa, I got some Funko Pops. I got Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, Mecha Godzilla, and K2SO from Rogue One, of course. And then my parents, for my birthday, I got a couple different things from them as well. I got this Poe Dameron Funko Pop, Aang from Last Airbender, and then I also got this set of Ladybug and Cat Noir figures. So I love that I have a bunch of Ladybug merch now. And the advantage of having your birthday around Black Friday is that you get a lot of discounts. Now I went to Walmart not really knowing what I was going to get. I was like, all right, I'll pick something out myself for my birthday. And the advantage of having your birthday on Black Friday is that you can use discounts. And I happened to find this for a very reasonable price. I got the Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant Seasons of Doctor Who, along with the Matt Smith Seasons of Doctor Who, and the Peter Capaldi seasons of Doctor Who. These were all together in one pack at Walmart. So I was like, oh, cool, so I have almost every season. And then my grandma gave me an Amazon gift card, and then I was able to buy the first season of Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. And that is what I got for my birthday. So then, of course, I ended up in the hospital. So a lot of these are also get well presents, and that includes yet even more Doctor Who. So I got the rest of Jodie Whittaker's specials. Well, the rest of Jodie Whittaker's seasons while I was in the hospital. And then so what else? Whatever. Just was thinking, what else do you want? And while you're recovering in the hospital now, I'd gotten pretty much every movie that I wanted this year that had already come out. I was like, what are some other things I might want? So I thought, well, I got a bunch of Doctor Who. What's the other BBC show that I really liked as a kid that I don't own and can't really stream anywhere anymore because they took it off? And that is Merlin. So this is the first season of Merlin. The second season of Merlin is out of order. The third season, the fourth season, which is on Blu-ray because it's newer, and then the final fifth season of Merlin as well. So I got all the Merlin seasons while I was in the hospital. And now we move on to Christmas. So next Christmas, supposedly, when I say Christmas, I mean Christmas 2023, there is another Willy Wonka movie coming out with Timothée Chalamet, and it is starring Timothée Chalamet, and it is by the director of Paddington. So I thought this would be a good time to do like a Roald Dahl ranking around the time that comes out. So Roald Dahl was one of my favorite authors growing up as a kid, and so I got this collection of every children's book that Roald Dahl wrote. Everything from James and the Giant Peach all the way up to Billy and the Minpins. And then these are the two autobiographies that Roald Dahl wrote. Boy, which is about his childhood, and then Going Solo, which is about him when he was serving in the war. And there's a couple of these I haven't read. I've actually only read a few of these. I've read James and the Giant Peach. I've read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Fantastic Mr. Fox. I read part of Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator when I was a kid. When I say a kid, I mean like when the Johnny Depp movie came out. Because I actually saw the Johnny Depp movie before I saw the Gene Wilder movie. But it got me interested in reading the book, and then I thought, oh, there's a sequel. And then I wasn't as interested in the sequel, so I actually didn't finish it. But I also had a really bad ADHD as a kid, so I would often get books from the library and then just not finish them. So I had a really bad habit of that, because I would just kind of lose interest in the book. So I actually never finished Great Glass Elevator, but I probably am going to. And then Danny the Champion of the World, which I haven't read. The Twits, which I have not read or heard of. George's Unmarvelous Medicine, which I also hadn't heard of before getting this box set, which I haven't read. The BFG, which I have read and seen the movie of. The Witches, which I have read and seen the movie of. The Draft from Pelly and Me, which I've never heard of or read. Matilda, which I did used to own, but it got destroyed. But I have read the book, and I have seen the movie. And I know that there's a new Matilda movie that just came out on Netflix. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. I'll probably end up watching it probably around the time that the Willy Wonka Chalamet movie comes out. I'll probably do a Roald Dahl rankings. I know a couple people have been asking me to review things like Fantastic Mr. Fox and things like that. So I'll probably end up doing that around the time that the new Wonka movie comes out in December. But that is, of course, more than a year away. Billy and the Minpins, which I have never heard of. And then, of course, Boy and Going Solo, which I have read. So I've got all of Roald Dahl's children's books. So that'll be fun to, as we get closer to the release of that Wonka movie, whatever it ends up being, to kind of go back and read all these Roald Dahl books. Maybe I'll do like, I think there's like 15 or 16 books in this box set. Yeah, there's 16. There's 16 books in this box set. So I might do maybe like my top 10 or something books out of these, and then I'll do a ranking of all of the movies that are based off of a Roald Dahl book. And then I also got this really awesome pancake mix set that is themed to the movie Elf. It has all these syrups. Let's see, it's got strawberry syrup, raspberry, cinnamon, chocolate. Can't read what this one says because part of it's covered by the box. It looks fruity though. Cinnamon, vanilla sugar, and peppermint flakes. Rainbow sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles, pancake mix, and then this Buddy the Elf pan. So that'll be fun to maybe make some pancakes soon with this. And my parents also got me this light up pen. And the reason for that is so that when I go to the movies, and I can write down my notes, so I don't have to worry about writing them in the dark. So I got this really awesome light up pen. And then I also got Fandango cards that are in my wallet. So when stuff starts coming out around the summertime, because, you know, up in, like, January there's one movie coming out, February there's Ant-Man, March is Shazam, April's Super Mario, but then, you know, stuff doesn't really start getting crazy until, like, May through July, because there's a lot of stuff coming out in summer, so that'll be good to have that, and then have those Fandango cards for the summer when stuff starts coming out, like, every week or every other week. And we went over to, and then my grandma actually came over the day before, and I have this really cool Say What You See game. The point of the game is, like, these cards will be pictures, and you have to try and guess what the answer is based on just the picture. So, like, this one, the answer is Knights of Ren, right? And then this one, the answer is General Grievous, you know, things like that. And some of these are, like, stretches. Like, when I read the answer, I'm like, I can kind of see how that would work. But some of them I was able to guess right off the bat, though. But anyway, that is a fun game to try and test your brain. I love games like that where you have to, like, kind of think about what you're doing. And then we went over to, so then for Christmas, my mom also got me replacement copies for Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix, because those are the only two Harry Potter books that I had that did not survive over the years. They got really tattered, so, but they are nice and new now. Then I'm just going to take these out of the box without any particular order now at this point. So then I also have Doctor Who Complete 12 series on Blu-ray. So now I have every season of Doctor Who leading up to the most recent one. And they actually did drop. I did see that they did drop the trailer for something that's coming out for Doctor Who. David Tennant's coming back. I didn't do a trailer reaction because it's on Christmas Day, and also because I'm not caught up yet. So I am planning on watching all of the new series of Doctor Who over the summer leading up to the 60th anniversary special, which I assume will be in November, because that's when the 50th anniversary was as well. Oh, and also that one of the Doctor Who DVDs came with these cards as well. So it's concept art cards that are really cool. I meant to show you that. I put it on the desk and I forgot about showing this. So, yeah, these are really cool. So if the Halo one came with cards and the Doctor one came with cards, it's cool. And then I got a whole bunch of Funko Pops and action figures as well. So I got this Miles Morales. So the reason it's out of the box is because I transported it back, and then when I took it out of the box was already partially opened on the way home from the drive, so I guess maybe I accidentally opened the box a little bit, but that's why this is the only one that I've already taken out of the box and put on the shelf, because the box was already kind of coming apart anyway. So I got this Miles Morales. I got this really awesome Cad Bane, who is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Star Wars villain, or at least in terms of bounty hunters. So I really awesome that I have this Cad Bane figure. Sabretooth from the X-Men. Bucky, of course, from the MCU. This is the Falcon and Winter Soldier version, so I got the Winter Soldier Bucky. The Joker, of course, you can see that. The Batman, which is great because my end-of-year ranking is coming up, and of course Batman came out this year, so wherever it lands on that spot, wherever it may be, I will have a Batman. And I also have a Riddler as well, but I did not receive it, but I have a Riddler on that shelf as well that I bought as well. So I will have that Batman and Riddler maybe in the background somewhere. But I bought that Riddler a long time ago. That's why it's not this video's, because I did not receive it as a gift. I bought it for myself a long time ago. Shazam, which of course there is another Shazam movie coming out in just a few months. I'm very excited for it because I love Shazam. So now that I have this as well, that'll make a nice display piece when that one comes out. Wolverine. And is it this year or next year? that they're bringing back the X-Men animated series, X-Men 97. I think it's maybe 2024. I think it may not be next year, but whatever. I mean, eventually we're going to get X-Men something, so that'll be awesome to have this maybe as a display, even if that is in a couple of years. Plus, it's nice to just collect these two because they're cool. And then I got, my favorite Marvel show, my favorite MCU project that has come out this year, Moon Knight. And then my siblings gave me some Funko Pops. So I have Admiral Zhao from Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's always just shy of an even number, which is frustrating. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought. What are you excited for? What upcoming are you excited for? And what movies are you excited for in 2023 as well? Let me know what you guys thought. This concept series Stormtrooper, which I think this is a pop that's based off of Chris McQuarrie's original concept art for New Hope or something. So I guess at one point they were going to have a Stormtrooper with a lightsaber. I guess they dropped that plotline, they dropped that idea. Then I have Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender. And Sully from Monsters, Inc., which is great because Monsters at Work Season 2 is supposed to come out sometime in 2023. So they haven't announced an official date for it, but it's supposed to come out sometime in 2023. Knock on wood, hopefully. So, yeah, so I will have, this is a nice little display piece as well when I talk about that whenever that comes out. So there you go. That is all the neat little things I got for my birthday, Christmas / hospital visits. This video was super, super long, even with all the editing that I am going to do to edit out, parts where I had to go grab stuff. It's still going to be a very long video. So, but that's what happens when you have, combining them. So anyway, let me know what cool stuff you guys got for Christmas or whatever you celebrate, what cool stuff or maybe just stuff you've collected over this past year. What cool Funko Pops and Blu-rays and things have you collected? And in just a few days, I will be doing my complete Blu-ray collection video. Now, last year, it was an hour and a half or some change, and I only had 250 Blu-rays or something when that happened. But now, if my Blu-ray app is accurate, I have I have about 550 Blu-rays / DVDs now that I acquired over the past year. So that is going to be a very, very long video, and I'm not going to film it all in one day. I did last year, but I am not insane. Unlike Sean Chandler, I cannot do that in an entire day, and he probably has maybe 5 times as many Blu-rays as I do. The man's kind of insane. I can't really do that all in one day, but I'm going to probably film over the span of the next week. Film a few a day because I can't do it all in one day. It's impossible. So, when my shirt changes or the background changes, the lighting changes during that video, I filmed it over the span of a few days. So there you go. Let me know what cool stuff you guys got, and I will see you in a week or two for my Blu-ray collection video. And also, I am seeing Avatar 2 tomorrow, so my review for that will probably be up either Tuesday night or sometime around Wednesday. And then, of course, the end of the year, you're going to be getting my worst of 2022 list sometime this week, my best of 2022 list, and then the ranking of almost 50 movies I've seen. It was going to be an even 50, but the Failmans didn't come here, unfortunately. That was going to be my 50th movie, but it never came here, and it's not going to come to rental until probably February, so I'll have to review that sometime in 2023. So it'll probably be around 48 or 49 movies, unfortunately, not an even 50, which it's always, last year was 49 movies, so